is possible starting at Georgia?
Honestly, no. I went to Virginia, and whenever you commit, you have this grand plan that everything's gonna work out the way you want it, and you're gonna be the best, and all of that. And so, I had no idea this was gonna happen.
Are you more comfortable when you come home because you're back home? Is it more comfortable for you? Do you feel more at ease, not only just around campus, but getting into the playbook and looking because you are in familiar surroundings?
I wouldn't say that necessarily. I'm about 4 hours away from home, and a lot of this is brand new to me. I do know several guys on the team. I did know them prior to coming here, and I know some students, that are from my high school that also chose to come here. So I guess having some people that I've known for a while is a little bit easier for the transition process. But I wouldn't say it contributes to learning the playbook a lot better and all that kind of stuff. So.
Describe that transition. What's it been like for you as you make this move to Georgia, to Athens, and to this team? And who's been, you mentioned you knew a couple of guys, who's been, helpful in that whole process?
Well, it's actually been a pretty easy transition. I guess prior to coming here, I knew Quavon Hicks. I played against him in high school. I knew Jordan Jenkins and Charlie Hedges and a few others. And then Hunter Long, he was my host, I guess, on my official. So I'm actually living with him now. So I've made friends pretty quickly, here. And it's been a pretty easy transition.
Did you compare the offense you're coming from to the one you're coming to, and how one might fit you better than the other?
Well, conceptually, they're pretty much alike. There's a lot of similar plays, some that we actually at Virginia would call the same thing here. So it wasn't as hard as I might have thought, but I guess there's a ton of verbiage, there's a ton of that kind of stuff that's different. So it's definitely a learning process.
Greyson, since the transfer became official and got out there, how often are you asked about the starting job?
As often as everybody else that's already came up here, so a lot.
What's the feeling like to stop talking about it and start doing it?
Well, this is what we're excited to do. We're football players. We're excited to come out here and this be the first day of practice. We're done with summer conditioning and whatnot. So this is what we get excited for.
You think probably the average person, you're competing against somebody that you're dealing with in the meeting rooms. Is it ever awkward? Is it weird?
No, I've been in, every year since I've been at Virginia, I've either seen a quarterback race or been a part of it, and come out on both sides. And so I understand that when you're on the field, it's football, but when you're off the field, we're all friends. We're each other's biggest fan.
So you've been in and seen so many. Who usually wins? Is it the guy who makes the best throws? Is it consistency? What is it?
I don't know. You'll have to ask the coaches and what they see from it, but I guess what I've seen is just consistency, maybe.
What have you learned from Schottenheimer since you've been here? How's that relationship?
It's a great relationship. Everything is really fast. We're just kind of hitting the ground running. I've learned a lot about just the little intricacies of just the play in general. It's not just being taught in a basic way. He's going to teach you every little detail, and I really like that about it.
The perception seems to be that the amount of game experience you have at this level gives you an advantage in this competition. Do you think it does, and if so, how?
We'll see. But I do. I was fortunate enough and blessed enough to start 9 games, and I've been able to play against Florida States and those kinds of teams, and I feel that as a football player in general, just experience helps in everything that you do, and so I don't know. We'll see if it does.
You had a number of schools come after you when you decided to transfer. Why did you pick Georgia, and who else were you looking at?
Georgia felt like home. It is kind of like home. I was actually born in Alabama, but I've lived here my whole life. And so, I knew players that were already on the team. The visit was just a great visit, and it just felt right to me. I only took 2 officials, and it was just Georgia and Florida. So.
What put Georgia over Florida besides being home?
There's just a multitude of things, and I don't really want to get all into that. But it was just overall, it was the best fit for me.
Got time for one more?
You've been able to come here and get some workouts in. What were you doing to get prepared for this moment, and how's that helped you as you get ready?
Well, I was able to, be in communication with the players while I was up at Virginia, and I was able to talk to them about what they were doing here and how could I do that on my own while I was up there. So I would be doing the runs and the lifts while I was up in Virginia, and trying to, I guess, do what they were doing, even though I was not allowed to be there. So,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thank you.